Now and then somebody reinvents the wheel and you think to yourself, did the wheel need to be invented again? Let's find out. There are that many telescope mounts for your mobile phone on the market that it just gets a little bit mind-blowing. Some of them are just, well, the vast majority are crap. This one here, this is Celestron XYG. This one here is the one I've been using forever and a day, and it's bloody good. There's a couple of things wrong with it that I don't like, but overall I think it's generally pretty good. I've been sent something else, and we're going to check it out. What these are designed to do is just hold your phone onto a telescope or binoculars and so forth. It's not that big of a job, but it's amazing how many companies just get it so wrong. What we're looking at here is the Tridaptor from Move Shoot Move. These are the guys who make the star trackers for cameras, for phones, whatever you like, and take some magnificent photos of the stars. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because I've got one of those that's sent to me as well, and we'll be checking that out. And when Move Shoot Move sent me the Tridaptor, I was a little bit, do I really need to? Because the Celestron one is just so damn good. There are, however, a couple of things that I don't really like, and this one's actually addressed it pretty well. When you think about what these things are meant to do, it's pretty obvious. You're meant to put the phone into these, and these are meant to connect to a telescope or binoculars or a spotting scope or something like that. And you're meant to be able to adjust things to get the phone lined up on the 3 axis, the focusing axis, the up and down X and Y axis. And they both do it. Why do I think this one is better than this one? They both do a pretty damn good job. They both weigh very, very similar. I'll throw these on the scales and show you the difference between the two. They're both priced pretty close to each other. With all that in mind, why would you buy one over the other? Well, with the Celestron one, you've got this clamping mechanism here, which how it mounts to the scope. And once it's on the scope, you would tighten up that screw right there, and it would keep it locked onto the eyepiece, which is okay. It can get a little bit confusing when you're trying to change the eyepiece in the middle of the night though. The other thing with the Celestron one is that it's got these 2 dials here for the up and down and the left and right. These 2 here for the up and down and the left and right. And it's got this other dial, where is it? It's in the dark, it's a bit hard to see, right there. And that one there will be the focusing one, moving it forward and back from the eyepiece, which is all well and good. I find these 2 here, because they do the left and right and they're right next to each other, in line with each other, can get confusing, and more often than not, when I haven't used this for a few weeks to a month, I generally forget which one's which. Versus this Tridaptor one here, this one here is all metal. It's all metal construction. The dials that are on this, it's very intuitive which way they go. The one down the bottom is going to move it up and down. The one on the left and right is going to move it left and right. And of course, the one that's going to connect it to the eyepiece here, it's just a clamp. And it's very obvious what it does. And of course, the red one here, it's going to do your focusing for you. It's just more intuitive, I guess, than the other one. The fact that it's metal though, and getting it off and on those eyepieces, it's just easier to use. It's also physically smaller than the Celestron, so it's going to pack nice and neat into your camera bag. It's also got a bag that it comes with, a felt bag, like a velvety sort of bag that's going to protect this thing while it's in your bag. It's just made really, really well. Now, don't get me wrong, both of these are going to do the job as well as each other. Like, no, neither of them are better as far as the end resulting photo goes. I just think that in the dark, this one here just seems to be a bit easier to use because of the way the dials are set, and the way that it mounts to the eyepiece. I think that's better design than what the Celestron one is. But they're both roughly the same price. They both do an exceptionally good job. I think this one here, on the build quality, the Tridaptor, I think it's the better one.